We have no choice but to fight.
Receive the judgment of the iridescent blade!
Dragon Surge! It's over! Triple Raging! Triple Raging!
Brilliant! Reveal your destruction!
Crescent Move! Now!
Receive the judgment of the iridescent blade! Receive the judgment of the iridescent blade!
Quake Assault!
Crimson Sword! Receive the judgment of the iridescent blade!
Dragon Surge!
Crimson Sword!
It's over!
There's no enemy before love!
So you lose if there's no love?
Yes!
I guess you want to die. I guess you want to die.
Dragon Surge!
So Celsius was here, but now she isn't?
I'm not sure. A friend of mine is a summoner who once made a pact with Celsius, and the summoned spirit hasn't been seen here since.
So that means Celsius is still with that summoner?
That is the most likely explanation. However, summoned spirits, unlike humans, are not physical entities. So I imagine they don't exactly stay with summoners in the strictest sense.
Do Centurions have much in common with summoned spirits?
More so than we do with humans. As I am not a spirit myself, it's difficult to say exactly.
Summon spirits. I would have liked to see Celsius, or any of the other summoned spirits.
The Celsius's tear reaches even here.
It's possible that these flowers wrap around the entire temple.
What's this?
Something that was used during the world regeneration. I wonder if it still works.
Oh, you came here before? With Lloyd?
Yes, with Lloyd. I still can't understand why Lloyd won't explain his actions to us. Maybe he really has been affected by the dormant Centurion's core.
If I were Lloyd, I'd never do anything to hurt the people who cared about me.
Emil.
He has so many friends who believe in him, but he doesn't care. How could he? Glaucius's core isn't here.
That's weird. Maybe the shop owner isn't here yet.
Yeah, if Lloyd had it, we'd probably see one of his weird posters around.
Something's coming. Be careful.
What is that?
It's an ice elemental monster, a Merca. It must have come here to escape the harsh climate outside. It seems to be extremely aggressive.
We're trapped.
They must have been accidentally imprisoned in the altar. They're mad with hunger.
Here it comes!
Receive the judgment of the iridescent blade!
I was careful. Damn it. Not dragon claws.
Receive the judgment of the iridescent blade!
Roaring havoc.
Arts!
You're right. Don't just use arts. You're right. Quick assault.
Receive the judgment of the iridescent blade! Oh, healing power! First aid! I thought we were lunch there for a sec.
Yeah. But I kind of feel sorry for it. It's not like they asked to be put in here.
Emile, you are a mystery. Though you're afraid of monsters, you still seem to sympathize with them quite readily.
I know I sound like a wimp, but I just don't like fighting and all that.
No, not at all. That's part of what I like about you.
By the way, something has been bothering me.
What is it?
I believe we may have been tricked.
What do you mean?
The owner of Flanore's accessory shop assisted us on the journey of world regeneration. He was not the old man we met today.
You mean he's a fake? Then Glacius's core is...
I'm quite sure someone from the accessory shop took Glacius's core as witnessed by Rain and Genus. However, whether they are bringing it back here is another matter.
But why lie to us about it?
Perhaps they're after your Ratatosk's core, Lady Marta.
If you're right, we need to get out of here as fast as we can.
Yes.
Let's hurry.
Marta!
Marta, I'm sorry.
Daddy?
Daddy? Marta, your father's here?
In this place?
Marta, come here. I want to apologize.
Really? You'll hear me out?
Marta, hold on! Something's not right! Marta! Marta, are you okay?
Damn, we'll have to break it down.
Wait, behind you!
The Vanguard!
You're after Ratatosk's core.
We have no use for you! Die!
Charge! Blade Fury!
Not yet! No way!
Blade Fury!
No way!
Blade Fury! Not a chance! Blade Fury! Don't you see it, Art?
No! Here! No!
Wake us up!
Get ready! No way! No way! Here!
Wake us up! Playtime's over! This is the final strike!
Should have never gone against me.
What should we do? Marta's in danger!
Lady Marta will die if Ratatosk's core is removed from her.
You two stand back.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Why don't you utilize that destructive power in battle?
I swore that I would never again use my hands as tools of death.
Never again. You mean?
Long ago, the woman that I loved died by my own hands. Scorn me if you wish, but right now we have to save Marta.
I can't imagine you ever doing something like that. There must have been a good reason behind what you did. And even if you did kill someone, I've harmed countless people under the guise of protecting myself as well.
Emil.
Regal killed the one he loved with his own hands. I wonder how it happened. If I end up fighting Richter, will I be able to when the time comes? Wait, I mean, I'm not in love with Richter or anything. I mean, it's not like that. Not that I don't like him or anything. Actually, I like him a lot, but... I don't even know what I'm thinking anymore.
Emil, is something wrong?
What? No, I'm fine.
Huh?
Richter! Please, stop!
So you found me, Emil. I didn't want you to see this, but I guess I have no choice.
I won't let you get in Master Richter's way! Siren, go!
Dragon Claw! Triple kill! Dive! Cannon charge!
Damn it.
Great Fury! Quake Assault! Blade Fury! I have you!
Much obliged.
Don't just use arts. You're right. Blade Fury! Move! Quake Assault! Playtime's over! This is the final strike! Blade Fury! I Quake Assault! Die! Healer! Get away!
Playtime's over! This is the final strike! I have you! Healer!
At least make it challenging.
You bastard! How could you? How could you do that to Marta? Damn it! If I was more powerful, I could have stopped this! If it was always me, I never would have let this happen!
You should take a good look at her before you start crying.
That voice.
Shina Fujibayashi, at your service.
And Marta Lualdi, the lovely beauty who rose from the dead.
Marta. Marta! Thank goodness you're safe.
I'm sorry for making you go through that, Emil.
Then what is that body?
It's an Igaguri ninja technique. Pretty good, huh? But not as good as Grandpa.
Thank you for helping us, Sheena. But tell me, what brings you to the Temple of Ice?
I came to rescue the kidnapped citizens of Flanor and thought I'd give you a hand.
Kidnapped? What do you mean, ma'am?
You know Flanor was attacked, right?
Oh, yes.
During the attack, the Vanguard kidnapped the family that runs the accessory shop, and I tracked them down here.
So then, they were imposters after all.
What do you mean?
It appears the kidnapping was all part of an even bigger ruse to lure us here.
Perhaps we should continue this discussion elsewhere. It would be dangerous for us to stay here too long.
What the heck is this thing?
I am Tenebrae, enchanted, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever you are, I suppose you're right. We should get going. That guy from before might realize the core he has is a fake, and I don't think we want to stay around for that. Let's see, it's Emil, right?
Yes.
I feel like I've met you somewhere before. Maybe it's just my imagination.
I'm sorry. I don't think I remember meeting you.
Oh yeah? That's so strange. Your face looks very familiar. Speaking of familiar faces, that Richter guy, I've seen him before too.
Really?
Yes, I've definitely seen him somewhere. You don't think I'd forget someone dumb enough to fall for the oldest trick in the book? Huh?
I apologize for this.
No, not at all. Let's go find her.
Right. She saved Marta's life after all.
How should we proceed? Follow her down the pit ourselves?
We lack the proper equipment to safely descend from here. Why don't we first try to find a path that might lead to the bottom of the pit?
Good idea. Let's look for another way.
We're gonna win!
I have
Healing
you!
power. Thanks, Emil, for before.
About what?
When you thought I'd been killed, you got really furious. I half expected you to be relieved that this annoying girl was finally out of your hair.
I'd never think anything like that. When I saw you get stabbed, all I could think about was how I never told you how I felt.
What?
I want you to forget everything I said earlier about you telling me who I'm supposed to be. I don't really think that.
Wait, do you mean that you...
No, not that. It's just I know I'm not the person you think I am, but...
No, you're wrong. Sure, when we first started out together, I had it in my head that you were this all-powerful Prince Charming. But after a while, I realized you're actually scared of a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm so pathetic.
But that timid Emil is the one fighting for me with everything he's got, even though he never asked to get wrapped up in all this in the first place. It touches my heart far more than a hero who fights without fear.
What?
I think that the real you is much, much cooler than the fantasy I had in my mind.
I'm glad to see the two of you so happy.
After all that, don't you have anything to say to Marta?
It's okay. I'm going to go on loving you regardless of how you feel. You don't have to say anything.
Well, let's keep moving. I hope Sheena's all right.
Right.
Something smells.
What is this terrible stench?
That smells familiar.
That's Oda's seduction. That means Dex is here.
This is bad. She's not waking up.
Alice, my darling, your dear Dex is here. Now open your eyes for me.
I'm surprised she hasn't come to yet. Your cologne could wake the dead.
You're entranced by my alluring scent as well. However, I am pledged to my darling Alice.
Dex?
You came just in time. This girl broke my fall. Can you use healing arts to help her?
Marta? But Richter killed you.
Just a minute. You know Richter? Are you guys friends with that creep?
Sheena, those two are both members of the Vanguard. Ow! What the?
Alice, my darling, it's your prince, Dex.
What the? Why is Double Dex here? Ugh! Get away from me, you reek! Mark? Why are you still alive? What, Richter failed?
Yes, my dearest Alice. And after all that trouble I went to, transforming to lure Marta away from her friends.
Daddy! That was nothing but a disguise!
Sheena, is that similar to your ninja technique?
No. Even the most advanced techniques of the Igaguri style involve some sort of trick or device.
Well. Guess I'll just have to take care of little Mart myself. I can't wait to see the look on Richter's face when I tell him.
Let me help, my dearest Alice.
Dex, you stink. Stay away from me. Now then, be a good girl and say your prayers before I send you off to heaven.
Not so fast! Celsius! This ice wall won't hold forever! Let's get out of here while we still can!
Does anyone else smell that?
Yeah, something sure stinks.
It smells like an attempt to take a masculine fragrance and strengthen it to ludicrous levels.
I think it's coming from Emil.
What?
It's not me. It's this Ode Seduction stuff that guy Dex forced on me.
Ode Seduction?
You put that stuff on? That's so creepy!
Well, I mean...
My apologies. I believe that is one of my company's products.
What?
I'll send an order to the factory to halt production immediately. This odor is a menace.
Just what sort of corporation is the Lezareno Group anyway?
You really have a knack for falling into pits, Sheena.
Hey, it's not like I threw myself down that thing for the fun of it. By the time I realized that hole was there, it was already too late.
I thought it might just be part of your destiny as a descendant of the Fujibayashi line.
Very funny. Besides, what kind of crummy destiny would involve falling into holes?
Well, your ancestry could have a long history of falling into life's pitfalls.
We have no choice but to fight. Dragon Surge!
problem?
Sword ring out! Get savage radiance! Wait for it!
Receive the judgment of the iridescent blade!
Power seal!
That was too easy. I guess you want to die.
Get away!
This is gonna take time.
Let's get rid of them!
I think we lost Alice and Dex.
Looks like it.
And Richter, too.
Emil.
I wonder if Richter had anything to do with the kidnapping of that shopkeeper.
If so, he certainly has a roundabout way of doing things.
Remember, he said something along the lines of not wanting Emil to see him kill Marta.
Oh, is the real shopkeeper all right?
Of course. My scouts should be escorting him back to town as we speak.
Thank God.
Why do humans have this tendency to stop and talk? Need I remind you that we are currently being pursued?
Come to think of it, I've been meaning to ask. What the hell are you? A summon spirit or something?
I'm a Centurion. I'd be more than happy to discuss it with you in detail once we get away from here.
Are all Centurions as moody as you? Man, that guy reeked to high heaven.
Yes, that was his ode to seduction.
Sorry to interrupt this fascinating discussion, but if it continues much longer, our enemies are bound to catch up with us.
Oh, okay, I get it. You want us to stop talking, right?
Exactly. I hereby proclaim a ban on speaking.
I can't stand it. I just can't be so quiet for this long.
Excuse me if I'm mistaken, but as your profession is akin to that of a spy, I'd imagine that silence would occasionally be essential in your line of work?
You sure talk a lot for a dog.
I am not a dog, I'm a Centurion. We Centurions are not summoned spirits, nor are we animals, but rather...
Shh, if we keep yapping like this, we'll get caught.
But...
Speaking ban in effect.
My, this is wonderful. If only we could travel this quietly all...
Quiet!
Oh, right. My apologies.
Let's do this!
Don't just use
Cyclone
art!
Seal! What's your problem? Cyclone Seal!
Move!